Good evening. It's readily apparent that only through public awareness and pressure will we make any progress toward the establishment of a cat shelter. It took years of advocacy to enact a voucher program for TNR, trap, neuter, release. Our town has been skating by for years with a once monthly program which is woefully inadequate. This program was finally passed at the June meeting. I spoke with someone at the dog shelter yesterday and was told that they hope to have the program operational by the end of July or early August. That's 2 full months if it actually happens after it was already, funded and passed. This timeline is totally unacceptable. Even acknowledging that government must move slowly, we're not talking about splitting the atom. The cats continue to multiply and suffer on the streets for no reason. Obviously, this is a very low priority for a majority of this board. Incidentally, Mr. Senna, I called your office yesterday to try and get an update and was told by somebody, one of your assistants that I won't name, that they're going to get back to me. Needless to say, nobody did get back to me. I think constituents deserve to be treated with some respect. This is a constant pattern. They do vote after all. And perhaps if citizens wanted your presence for a photo op, their call would be returned. We remain the only town on Long Island with no cat shelter. It's astonishing to me that this situation has persisted for so long. As Cayman pointed out, by law, which we are lobbying to have changed, municipalities only have to take in dogs, presumably the theory being that dogs can bite and are therefore dangerous. It is inhumane to allow cats to suffer, multiply, and die on the streets. Once again, I will point out, for those that are unaware who choose to remain so, a prospective shelter will not be filled with feral cats. They may pass through to be fixed or receive medical care, which is only humane. A shelter will have socialized cats which are adoptable. Your constituents, by the way, that have cats, 40% of New York pet owners have cats. They're forced to in many cases, they're forced to enter assisted living facilities, no family members to help, or people that just pass away. These people have paid taxes to our community, and in many cases, such as Fred Fate, who was a volunteer fire medic in Port Washington who died 4 years ago, he had 6 cats, and the town was able to do absolutely nothing to help him. Many of our animal-loving taxpayers cannot turn a blind eye to the suffering of these cats. They are paying for medical care and food for these unfortunate creatures out of their own pockets. Yes, this is their choice, but is the humane thing to do. When a shelter comes to pass, the medical care will be covered. This town can well afford to provide food assistance to those individuals enduring financial hardship to feed these starving creatures. In my personal opinion, this is more important than spending money on rain barrels, which can only be utilized by a small segment of homeowners. Some members of this board have been most helpful and see the need for passing something to get done here. The other members of this board should examine their consciences and do the right thing.